step back in time to the untamed heart of the American frontier. These rare, high-resolution photographs reveal the raw spirit of the Wild West, like you've never seen before. From the dusty streets of boomtowns to the smoky saloons where legends were born, every frame captures a frozen moment of grit, gold, and gunpowder. Who were these men? What stories lurk behind their eyes? As you explore this rare photo collection, you'll uncover untold tales of survival, ambition, and frontier justice. Stay with us, because what's buried in these images might just rewrite what you thought you knew about the Wild West. Step into the untamed world of the Wild West through these old, rare photos of real cowboys. These striking images are more than portraits. They're windows into a rugged past, capturing the grit, pride, and raw spirit of frontier life. From seasoned vaqueros to hardened ranch hands, each man in these photographs lived the cowboy code. Dressed in leather, armed with ropes and rifles, they embody the strength and struggle of a bygone era. These old, rare photos of Wild West cowboys preserve an authentic legacy. This rare photo captures Choctaw Bill, a legendary figure of the Wild West, in a quiet moment with his revolver, his face rugged, his story etched in grit. These old, rare photos of Wild West cowboys reveal raw, unfiltered glimpses into frontier life. From gunfighters on horseback to couples who rode side by side through hardship and dust, each image is a portal to a time when survival meant strength and spirit. These are not movie scenes. They're real moments frozen in time. These rare photos of the Wild West with American native warriors offer a profound glimpse into a forgotten side of American history. In this picture, we see three proud Native American cowboys, symbols of resilience, heritage, and survival in the changing West. Next, we meet a Navajo war chief and his wife in 1881. His top hat and warrior stance tell a story of adaptation and pride. This photo shows fierce Apache scouts, men who walked the line between two worlds during the Indian Wars. Then comes a striking portrait of a Comanche chief on horseback, his war bonnet flowing like the stories of his ancestors. These old, rare photos of the American native of the Wild West cowboy era remind us that the frontier wasn't just about guns and cattle. It was about identity, land, and legacy. This rare photo from the Wild West captures more than just cowboys. It reveals the quiet strength of frontier life. Taken near El Paso, it shows a cowboy with his rifle standing guard among chickens, a horse saddled and ready behind him. But the story doesn't end there. Beside him stands a woman in a long dress, holding her own firearm, a symbol of resilience in a land where survival was a shared duty. A second man, older and weathered, leans beneath a wooden shelter, a structure as simple as it is essential. This isn't just a photo of ranchers. It's a snapshot of a family fighting the elements, defending their land, and raising livestock on the edge of civilization. These rare old Wild West photos remind us that history wasn't always dramatic shootouts. It was often lived in moments like this, raw, quiet, and grounded in determination and grit. A legacy carved from dust and courage. These rare photos reveal a powerful, often untold chapter of Wild West history, the story of African-American cowboys. Pictured here in Texas, these black cowboys were expert horsemen, ranchers, and trailblazers who made up nearly a quarter of all cowboys in the late 1800s. They worked the cattle drives, tamed wild horses, and faced the harsh frontier while also battling deep-rooted prejudice. Despite history's silence, their legacy rides strong. These rare images are not just photographs, they're evidence of resilience, pride, and unshakable grit. These rare photos of Wild West lawmen take us beyond the myths and into the heart of frontier justice. Dressed in sharp suits or rugged uniforms, these men weren't just symbols of law, they were the final line between chaos and order. From legendary sheriffs to local marshals and hired deputies, they faced outlaws, shootouts, and lawless towns armed with grit and a rifle. The stakes were high, and justice came fast. These old, rare photos of Wild West cowboys and lawmen preserve the faces behind the badges. Each one a story of bravery etched into the untamed American frontier. These rare photos reveal the rugged rhythm of everyday life in the Wild West, where grit wasn't just a virtue, it was survival. In the first image, we see fearless wolf hunters, posing with a captured gray wolf during a roundup in Wyoming. These men protected livestock and land, braving the wild plains and deadly predators. Next, a striking photo of a mounted patrol, possibly on military or territorial duty, symbolizes the discipline and authority that moved with horsepower across vast frontiers. Finally, we're transported to a river crossing. Wagon drivers steering teams of mules through deep water, carrying settlers, supplies, and hope across unforgiving terrain. Every hoofprint and ripple speaks of resilience and hardship. These rare old photos of cowboy life are not just historical moments. They're living proof of the fearless people who carved a world from wilderness. Stay with us as we uncover more stories from the untamed frontier. These rare photos unveil the complex and often tense relationships between Native Americans and cowboys during the Wild West era. In the first image, we witness a formal meeting between U.S. agents and Native leaders, symbols of negotiation, power, and uneasy peace. In the second, a Native man stands near a mounted cowboy in front of a teepee, highlighting the fragile coexistence between cultures. But not all moments were peaceful. The third image, taken in 1886, shows Apache prisoners under heavy guard beside a train, captured warriors, stripped of their freedom, but not their pride. The final haunting image portrays a group of Native American prisoners sitting on cold courthouse steps, faces marked by fatigue and resistance. These old rare photos remind us that the frontier wasn't just built on courage. It was scarred by conflict, loss, and survival. Through them, we uncover the forgotten voices behind the myths of the American West. Step inside the rare and riveting world of the Wild West Saloon, where cowboys gathered to unwind after long days on dusty trails. Inside the bar, cowboys and trappers lounged among mounted antlers and bear hides, symbols of their rugged lifestyle. These saloons weren't just watering holes, they were community centers, newsrooms, and even informal courts of law. The gambling tables, where fortunes changed hands with the roll of dice or a lucky poker hand. The exterior of the famed Park Saloon, a social hub where whiskey flowed freely and tales of frontier survival echoed into the night. These rare photos of cowboy life offer a gritty, authentic glimpse into saloon culture, where camaraderie, risk, and survival intersected beneath oil lamps and gun racks. This is the untamed heartbeat of the American frontier, captured in still frame. As we close this journey through rare and iconic images of the Wild West, we are reminded that the cowboy story is more than just legends and leather. It's a rugged legacy carved by pioneers, lawmen, outlaws, native tribes, ranch hands, and settlers who all shaped the untamed American frontier. These rare cowboy photos, frozen in time, tell stories of courage, hardship, survival, and the pursuit of freedom in an unforgiving land. From dusty saloons and wide-open plains to cattle drives in frontier towns, this was a world where grit met honor and tradition met change. The spirit of the cowboy still echoes through history, not just in tales and movies, but in these authentic moments captured on film. Thank you for joining us in honoring these pieces of Western heritage. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to help preserve and celebrate these incredible stories from America's wild past.